This is the incredible story of J.C. Laverde.
A Florida man went swimming where he shouldn't and nearly paid with his life.
It wasn't a little gator. The thing was huge.
I hit a telephone pole with my head that had teeth. It felt that way.
I was looking at myself in the mirror. Sometimes I see a monster. I do.
The attack and its aftermath captured on video.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dan. In today's video, we are talking about J.C. Laverde, a firefighter, a paramedic, an athlete who dove into a lake, swam out to the middle of it for a video that he was filming, and got attacked by a 12-foot gator, all being captured on his own drone. JC is no stranger to danger. As a former Air Force PJ fire paramedic, an extreme sports enthusiast, he's trained to handle life-threatening situations, but nothing could have prepared him for what was gonna happen on that day. JC was just filming an instructional video for his company, Defeat X. It's a company that specializes in extreme sports and survival training. He was just filming himself for a promotional video for an upcoming adventure race, using a drone to capture the footage. You were just like shooting a promotional video for
the race.
For the race.
For the race for that company.
What was the swim part for?
The swim part was part of that race.
Oh, okay. Were they going to be swimming out on that water?
Correct.
On that same water?
Correct. That exact same place.
Did that happen?
No, that didn't happen because my incident happened.
No, right. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Dude, could you imagine if
No,
that...
I'm going to, but I'm going to go. And we're going to have an event there.
JC was no stranger to jumping into ponds in Florida. He's done it his entire life. But today was different. As his drone flew overhead, he was capturing, unbeknownst to him, a gator attack that would change his life forever.
I swim from here probably to the very end over there, but a little bit further. Like
Okay.
all the way where you see like the last boat.
Yep.
That's the way I swim.
Okay.
And then I had to turn around and come back. That was the whole swim. That part
Were
right
you
there.
in the turn coming
I
back?
was getting ready to go into the turn.
As he swam through the water, a massive 12-foot gator suddenly attacked. The first thing that JC even remembers is his head colliding with the gator's nose and immediately cracking open his entire skull.
I did not see it. There was nothing about seeing this alligator that I actually saw or had any idea that it was right in front of me. Nothing until I felt that as the equivalent of me hitting a brick wall or a giant telephone pole. I was going directly towards it and it was going directly towards me, and we literally collided in space. We collided in space. I don't know how fast it was going, dude.
It was going fast. And on that video, it looked like it was
Dude, it had intent.
Yeah.
That's what we call in the field. It had intent.
Then before he could even react, the gator clamped its jaws around JC's head.
The snout destroys my my skull, and then it opens its mouth and it goes, eats me, bro. Like I'm inside his mouth. So actually, I am so deep. I am so deep in this gator's mouth. So we'll say this is a gator, right? So this is its jaw. I was this deep inside of the jaw.
Oh, what?
You know why? You know how I know? You see this cut right here? You don't see because of my hair.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
My skull was shattered. My jaw was all in a bunch of pieces. My face, 3 centimeters deep all through here. And you can see kind of like a lot of the scars. These ones are pretty dope. You see the lines?
Yeah. Then with almost superhuman strength, JC was able to pry open the gator's mouth and swim all the way to shore.
What I did is that I opened its mouth, and if I open its mouth and then I rolled it, according to the crocodile conflict expert, we would turn it and it placed it on a state of postictal state, so I knock it out. I felt anywhere from like my navel all the way below to my toes flopped after I turned the alligator. So I was doing this to open it, but it wasn't opening. So instead what I ended up doing was turning it before it turned me.
After pulling himself out of the water with immense pain, JC had to figure out how to get help.
So I am on the dock. I went to the edge of the dock, and at the edge of the dock, I yelled out to Matt, the guy that was recording, because he needed to know that I was okay.
He didn't know? Did he know you were...
I wasn't coming back, dude.
So how many people were there with you? Just one other guy?
Yeah, just him. It was
Okay,
just
when
him.
did he-
That's
when
all
did-
part of my issue. I didn't have safety out there. So at one point, when I go to the dock, the end of the dock, I turn around and see if he could see me or hear me. But he could not hear me because my mouth was jacked up, so I couldn't scream.
But you grabbed a phone, you called rescue?
No, I didn't have a phone, dude. I was swimming.
What did you do? Matt called?
No. Something even cooler, dude.
So somebody looks out the window, sees you,
somebody
all
looks
bloodied.
out the window and sees I'm kind of so I'm walking around. I don't know what I look like, but I do know that at the time when I was walking, my peripheral vision was a giant laceration on my right face. It was big. And then I go towards the first house because I tell the little girl, hey, go get your mom. So they go and they get into the, oh, go get your mom in a towel, because I want to block my face. And also I want to get a little bit of this blood. But I'm like, hey, could you please call 911 for me? Just call 911. They call, they're kind of freaking out, but they're calm because I'm calm during the situation. I'm not like, oh, give me something. You know, I understand what's going on. I'm in a lot of pain. I need to get done, so I need to suck it up. If it chopped me and destroyed all these nerves, it was triggering every single time that I moved. They were splurting and they were kind of not coming into full connection, so that shock was just going, oh man, it was just really painful.
He was quickly rushed to the hospital, where doctors discovered he had suffered massive fractures in his skull and multiple puncture wounds. JC underwent several surgeries to repair the damage.
Potentially, dude, I could be really messed up. I could have been neurologically disabled for the rest of my life. On top of that, the cuts from the lower jaw went in so deep that it severed every single one of my nerve on my face, and I'm not supposed to move. I'm not supposed to be moving. I'm not supposed to be doing any of this at all. My jaw also, because it was separated and broken down here, the mobility in my mouth could have limited to the point where I could not have eaten for the rest of my life. In the ambulance, they were unable to see that my skull was shattered all through this side because I had so much hair. But I had so much hair on this side, I put in a bun, and that was the reason that I believe, we'll call this like a 90% truth, why the back of my head was 1 centimeter deep lashes and this was 3 centimeters. My wife knows her. She was my caretaker during the entire thing. She even, like, you see that ninja thing?
Yeah.
She would scramble me breakfast. Dude, I was slurping it out of an effing straw because my jaw is like this the whole time. So I go like this, but I just go like that.
How long was the total recovery before you were able to come out of the hospital and all that?
Let's say the entire recovery was about 7 months.
I mean, it's amazing that you're as well as you are.
So physically is pretty cool. Mentally is, most people that know me wouldn't think any less. But the really cool one is the spiritual one. That's the most awesome one. That's the one that I'm super proud of.
After this horrible experience, JC still has a point to prove to the world and to himself. 2 years after this horrible incident, JC decides to face his fears and to jump back into the water for the first time. But this wasn't gonna happen without his wife's blessing. You wanna jump in the water?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm afraid that if she doesn't answer, I don't feel comfortable going in.
It's fine. I totally understand that.
Yeah, she needs to know. So to further explain the video, I'm gonna go into the water for really a short period of time and then come back into the boat again. I'm just gonna show a little bit of the things that I actively did, and then also just kind of show publicly that I'm okay getting into these bodies of water again. Are you okay with that, my love? If you, well, no, that's not true. You don't have to be. That's not true. You can just tell me not to do it and I won't do it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yes, honey.
I love you, honey.
Love you too. Call me when you're out.
Okie doke. Bye, honey.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. What a boss, bro.
As we drove the boat out to the jump spot, JC got really nervous. Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous. Of course I'm nervous. I haven't been in a body in a lake since the incident.
And then when he and pretty much we all were finally ready, he was able to stir up enough courage to jump in. He's making me nervous, dude. I swear I saw like a ripples beyond him, and I'm not even joking. That's crazy. Oh man. That's not funny. That is not funny. Oh my gosh. How you feel?
Out of breath.
How was that? 2 years not being in the water? Good job, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
You did it.
I think that's pretty much a testament of the stuff that I there's a lot of the stuff that I teach. So if we can kind of react to things this certain way that it works, you can do a lot of really cool stuff. Like jumping in this. It's cool. I mean, some people would think it was dangerous, but you pray before you go out.
I'm not kidding. I am. A lot of people would not do that. They would not be able to do that.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
And I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed with you.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
Appreciate it.
Seriously.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that. You're doing great. You did great. That was good. As a news station interviewed him, he mentioned to the reporter to find your God.
Find your God. Find him. Silly. And I get that that's scary. I do. But life's scary place. So you could either carry that load by yourself or allow someone to carry it for you.
He told me what that meant was finding Jesus and finding God in his situation.
When the collision happened, I understood for the most part what needed to happen. And some people would ask, like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? That's kind of a weird answer to give. But it's a factual answer in that if I live a life of understanding of how the Holy Spirit works, then I understand that if you know God through his Son and understand the power that he gives us with his Holy Spirit, we can walk with him every single day. We can. We have that power because we can walk in faith and do so. But if you don't, because the world is entirely too hard for you or is dark, then there's different levels to this. And I'm not saying that not everyone is able to get to where I'm at, because everybody, I am not special. I am 100% not special. I'm a fool, bro. I'm 100% a fool that's just given so much grace that I don't even know, like I'm just, the gratitude level is beyond measure for me.
Against all odds, JC actually survived. His story is a testament to the power of training, being prepared, quick thinking, and sheer willpower. Huge shout out to Nico and JC. Thanks for doing this. Really appreciate you. Where can people find you at?
So it's joindefeatx.com, and then also just on the socials, so it's JC Defeats, and then DefeatX Co on Instagram.
Awesome. Everything will be in the description below. See you in the next one.
Thanks.